Director Rupert Sanders knows that The Crow, his third film, will inevitably be seen through the spectrum of nostalgia for the 1994 cult hit. "I just wanted to make something," he says. "I knew there would be people who didn't want it to happen. But I didn't record over someone's VHS, that movie's still there and those people are still going to love that movie." Yet Sanders is confident in his new vision of the antihero. In his film, Eric, Bill Skarsgård, and his fiancée Shelley, FKA Twigs, are murdered by crime boss Vincent Reg, Danny Houston. Yet Eric is offered the chance to walk the earth again as a powerful, dark vigilante known as the Crow and take revenge by killing everyone in Reg's organization. For the second adaptation of the 1989 comic book, the director had very specific inspirations in mind. "I love movies like Jacob's Ladder and Angel Heart," he says. "They're visually compelling and deal with the psychological understanding of the worlds beyond our world. I love this idea of a darkly romantic love story, like a Cure song that has this beautiful broken melancholy. It's about love, loss and grief. I just wanted to talk to people in that way. We're an emotionally resonant movie that's trying to compete with the big guys around us in this genre." One balancing act that Sanders focused on was making sure the love story was as epic as the action scenes and the brawling wasn't just empty visuals. "It's about making sure that your character is present and emotionally working within those action scenes," he says. Bill did this incredible job, especially in the climax of the movie. He's covered in blood, he's exhausted from the killing, and he stops for just a minute of breath. He's almost crying inside. He doesn't want to be killing. In every action sequence there is almost a page of dialogue, except the dialogue is choreographed movement. In a way, he could be speaking in all of those scenes, and the first bit of action is someone who doesn't know how to hurt anyone, doesn't want to harm anyone, but he has to cut 20 people down and is broken about the fact that he has done so. There's a pixel weariness of bodies just being flung around and exploding if it's repetitive, he continues. That's where our film can compete with those bigger movies. I hope people are emotionally engaged with the characters, and therefore live those action sequences a bit more. We haven't reinvented the wheel, we didn't have the money to, blow up the White House. We're pretty down and dirty, but it was about being clever and having a great actor." The film's stunt coordinator, Adam Horton, agreed about the need to have heart and pathos in the action scenes. "In an early meeting, we went in a different direction," Horton says. "We realized, wait a minute. This guy is a normal guy that, within the transition from being Eric, has just come back from the dead. He hasn't gone to a martial arts class. He's just come back to this vengeful state. So we wanted to strip that back, and it was all due to the direction from Rupert and input from Bill. Let's really ground him. He hasn't suddenly become a martial artist because he's become the Crow. He's still himself. He feels the pain. We want to sell that, we want to feel his journey and be emotional with him, sympathize with him. We made it brawly. What would somebody that had no skill do if you handed them a sword?